Hello everyone and welcome to Coding Part. So in this tutorial we are going to solve this problem, guessing the output problem for this recursive call. So you can see here maximum people have voted for answer 6. So let me execute and explain you line by line how the things are working here. So these were the three problems which we have already discussed. Now let me explain you this problem here. Now here we are calling the function 3. So let us call this function. We are calling function 3, fun3, and we are passing the value 2, 3, 2, 3. And since we are calling from the main, so let us make this statement. So we are done. So let us execute and see what is the output for this problem when we are passing the value 2, 3. So here it is giving correct output as 6 and maximum people have voted for 6. So let me explain you here how this recursive call is working. Let me explain you line by line here. So these were the explanation for the previous problem. You can watch them. But let me explain you here this problem. So let us zoom a little bit. Now you can see. Here we are passing the value 2, 3 in this fun3 function. Here we are passing while calling fun3, we are passing the value 2, 3. So here my x value is 2 and y value is 3. Now control will go in if statement first and it is checking whether my y is equal to 0. No, it will go in else part. In else part we have return x plus, and we are calling this same function by passing the value x, which is 2, and y minus 1, which is 3 minus 1, which will be 2. Now we are calling the same function by passing some different value. So we are calling this function recursively. So let me explain you this one again. So here we are calling the same function by passing the value 2, 2. So again here the control will go in if statement, and here y is not equal to 0, so it will go in else part. Now here it will check for y whether my y is equal to 0. No, it will go in else part, and again here we have return x plus, and we are calling the function again by passing the value x comma y minus 1, which is 2 minus 1, which will be 1. Now we are calling the same function again. So let us call the same function again. Now when it is calling the same function again, so it is calling by passing the value 2 1. So the control will go here in the very first if statement. Now again here my y is not equal to 0, so it will go in else part, and in else part we have written a statement in which we have written x plus and calling the same function again by passing the value 2 y minus 1, which will be 1 minus 1, which will be 0. Now let us call this function again. Now we are calling the function again by passing the value 2 0. Now the control will go in first if statement. Now here my y value is 0. See, 0 equal to 0. So this one is true, so it will return 0. So it will return 0 from where it is being called. So your total value will be 0, and it is returning the value x plus the returned value. So for this recursive call, my current x value is here 2. So 2 plus 0, 2 plus 0 will be passed, means total 2 will be passed from where it is being called. So this 2 will be passed to this function. Now it is returning x plus the returned value, which is 2. So 2 and plus, and here my current x value is how much? 2. So 2 plus 2, which is 4. So 4 will be passed from where it is being called. So 4 will be returned here. So here we have 4, and the current value for x here is 2. So 2 plus 4, which is 6. So this 6 will be passed from where it is being called. It is being called from here. So total value for this called is 6. So my answer is 6. So here the correct output is 6. So maximum people have selected the correct output. So I hope you understood this explanation, how these functions are being called recursively and how the values are being passed and how the values are being returned. So if you have learned something new, please do like our videos and subscribe to our channel Coding Card, and stay tuned for the next video. So in the next session, I will be explaining this problem. You can see here, we are calling this fun for function. Here this is fun for function and we are calling this directly. And under this fun for function, you can see here, we are calling this fun3, which is indirect recursive call to this function. And if you see here, this fun3 function accepts two parameters. We are passing two parameters, in which one is the recursive call for this fun4 itself. So here this fun4 function will be called and the value returned will be treated as the second parameter for this fun3. So this is quite interesting problem. So I'll be explaining in the next session. So for that, stay tuned for the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.